Hey guys, folks, ladies, how you doing today? I just want to share with you. Cats are having fun. Starting to rain here. I want to show you some quick follow-ups with the acu-rite 5-in-1 weather station. A number of people have been asking me questions, and I just want to go ahead and answer the questions for you. Again, this is the indoor clock thermometer combination by acu-rite. What makes it nice is it runs off of an atomic clock. The WWV radio signal, the government puts it out, and it's basically on these AM radio waves that transmit across the country, okay? And because it is an AM frequency, sometimes the clock has trouble picking up that signal. And now, if you live in a hollow, or if you live in a tunnel, a cave, well, the signal's not going to reach the clock. So it's going to have a hard time calibrating to the atomic clock. I believe the atomic clock is out of Denver. I'm not sure. There's a couple of them in the country, but one is in Denver. And the atomic clock, that signal is the absolute dead on time, okay? And what that does is that this clock is just basically picking up that signal that's being broadcast out there. So what happens is you have the accurate time, okay, on the clock. Moving on to the 5-in-1, all right? They recommend lithium batteries in the 5-in-1, and I strongly would encourage you to do that, only because if you live in a really hot climate or a really cold climate, especially up north where we've had temperatures well below zero, your normal battery will drain a lot faster than the lithium. Lithium is hold up really good. As you can see, the solar panel is there for one reason only. The solar panel drives a fan that is cooling the inside of the unit, okay? And when I go inside, I'll explain that in more detail, but that's not a solar panel to charge the batteries, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? All right, let's get this started and rolling here, okay? Here we're looking at the 5-in-1 console on the wall, okay? Now, one of the biggest issues out there that I've been, okay, if you are a basic homeowner, you're a weekend warrior as far as the weather goes, all right, like most people, you're not going to be too, you're not going to be too concerned with the absolute accuracy of your weather station, okay? Understand that the National Weather Service, that their equipment is government grade, okay? And at least once a year, their equipment is cleaned and recalibrated, all right? Example, on a standard weather station, okay, you have your sensors that are they do the same thing as a professional weather station does, right? The only difference is on a professional weather station, here's an example. Here's my rain-wise, okay? Now, my temperature sensor on the rain-wise, I had asked the question, okay? What do I do if it gets dirty? Okay, now keep in mind, a professional weather equipment, it's, a sensor, okay? What they can do is they come in and they actually take the sensor and they have a process where they clean the sensor. Because when the sensor becomes corroded or dirty, it will affect the reading of the ambient temperature of the air. So you understand that when a sensor gets dirty or corroded, it does affect the unit. In the case of rain-wise, mind you, this is my rain-wise. I've had it for now 6 years, and I've never ever had a problem with it. Okay? But there comes a point where my sensors will start to corrode or start to fade out, okay? At that point, what rain-wise would do is they would replace the sensors outside on my weather station, okay? They would replace the temperature sensor or whatever needs to be replaced, or they would clean it. But more than likely, it's easier for them and more efficient to just replace the sensor, okay? Now, on a unit like the RainWise, okay, there's a huge difference in price. Remember, folks, okay, here we're talking anywhere around $1,000 or more, okay? Here we're talking around $100 or less, all right? So, with the acu-rite weather station, there's going to be some slight deviations to your sensor readings, okay? But in all honesty, you know, I've been watching and monitoring my acu-rite and my RainWise, and I'm telling you what, folks, in all honesty now, okay, I'm seeing about a 1 degree difference, which isn't bad. Now, that 1 or 2 degree difference could be because my RainWise weather station is located, you know, really just off the ground, okay? It's real close to the ground, and that's where the cold air likes to lie, okay? And my acu-rite, I've got it mounted up on a post, up about 10 feet high. Well, I shouldn't say 10, probably about 8 feet high, okay? So that's a huge difference between, you know, ground level and 8 feet. So that would explain why I'm showing a deviation in temperature. Also, my wind speed is recording better because my acu-rite is up high enough where it's actually capturing the wind flow at a higher elevation, okay? Now, the acu-rite, people were asking, okay, what all can it really do? Okay, Mike, folks, I'm telling you what, it does everything, okay? It does everything but calculate your kitchen sink here. You know, it does a dew point. It does, you know, everything, folks. It does wind, maximum wind, okay? Let me show you on the computer here. I can explain to you better, okay? Let me pull it up here on the screen. There you can see the radar today. So, in theory, with the rain rolling in, I should be picking up on my my acu-rite station should be picking up rain. A couple more things that's really cool about acu-rite. They got what I think is the best weather software program out there. It's called My Backyard Weather. The dashboard, it not only has my sensors, but you can add other weather stations to your program. Here I've got Blue Knob, Chicory is mine, and I also have Jesse was just added. So I have Weather Matrix here on the bottom, okay, Weather Matrix, and I have his temperature and state college, all right? So his wind speed. Now, the capabilities for the acu-rite, what it does all the calculating for you, okay? We have temperature, we know that. We have wind. It'll calculate every day the maximum wind gust. It measures the high gust. It gives you an average, okay? We have wind chill, all right? We have humidity, rainfall, dew point, heat index. The feel-like temperature is mathematically calculated for you. The barometric pressure, okay? Now, it gives you two options of setting the barometric pressure. And I'm not going to get into that now, but it allows you to gives you an absolute setting, and it gives you the setting basically based upon the elevation of where you are and the weather station. The weather station, over a period of 3 to 4 weeks, it is, I want to call it teaches itself, okay? So it's going to give you, the longer the weather station is plugged in and operational, the better and more accurate readings it's going to give you as far as your barometric pressure goes. All right, it gives you humidity. I mean, it gives you on the. Now again, you can change all this if you want to. You don't have to have all this on your backyard weather program. You can take some of these off, and you can. But it gives you your 8 to 12 hour forecast. Okay, it gives you your expected high and low, and it tells you if it's going to rain. Well, okay, great. Yeah, it's raining. It'll rain. So yeah, it's definitely the way to go. I wanted this to be a short video, but have you ever known Ron to do a short video? Okay, so the acu-rite, as compared to a professional weather station, okay, my RainWise is giving me my barometer reading, my wind speed, my temperature indoor and out, and it's giving me humidity, temperature. So it's giving me the bare facts. Okay, then it's up to me to go ahead using math to calculate the dew point, to calculate the wind chill. All right, which isn't a bad thing, but I mean, the acu-rite software program does that for you. Another advantage to having other weather stations on your dashboard. Again, I've got my location, Blue Knob State College. I'm going to have a few more Altoona on here as well. But this is kind of neat because I can put my sensors from Blue Knob, my location, I can put them side by side if I want to, okay? Alright, so there's a lot of things you can do with this software. But again, another thing I've noticed here is like in my location, that warm front, that warm rain is already on me, okay? And you can see my temperature is 45 degrees. Now, Blue Knob is off to my east, about 30 miles away, and they're still at 37. And that you can see that warm front hasn't reached Blue Knob yet. And this is a really nice program to have. I mean, sure, you can go to Weather Underground and see the same thing, but it's nice when you have it on your, right in front of you, okay? Again, folks, this is the acu-rite 5-in-1 weather station. Trying to answer some of the questions that we've been getting in. They recommend putting Rain-X on your weather station as a preventive measure to help the snow from sticking to the station itself. There are products out there that you can buy that are made just for plastic, but I think Rain-X would just be fine the way it is. Or you could just even use WD-40. Put a real thin coat of WD-40 on your the housing of your rain station. It would help you out there as well. All right, folks, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me or Jesse, and we'll answer the question for you.